So what would be the difference between energy cycles and time? Because you keep saying they deal with time, we deal with energy cycles. Give me an example of an energy cycle that we would
So,
understand.
so okay, we can measure energy cycles with the sun, right? So
Hmm.
we could go out if you still in tune with nature, right? You could go out and look at the sun, and you could be like, okay, if you really watching the sun and how it's moving and orbiting around the planet, you can count the energy cycles off the sun. That's how we move. We went with the sun as far as energy cycles. Now, when you talk about time, time is based around seconds, minutes, days, months, and those seconds can start whenever, right?
Mm.
But the thing is, you got to look at time like this. You really just repeating the same day. So, how many days is in a week? They tell you 7. Okay.
Mm.
Now, how many days in the year? They tell you 365 if it's not a leap year.
Mm.
Okay, so it's 365 days. I've been using this example forever because it's just a basic, simple example that you can just grab right away. What's the eighth day of the week? Name the eighth day. Okay, we got 7 days: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Now, what's the eighth day?
Couldn't answer that.
Right, exactly.
Mm.
And nobody will.
Mm.
Nobody will. So
Mm.
we got 7 days we know of.
Mm.
And we talking about is how many days in the year again? 365 days.
Mm.
Okay, well, name the other 358.
Mm.
Because we can't say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday,
Mm.
Saturday, Sunday, get to Sunday and start over again with Monday and say that's a. We don't do that with money, do we?
We do that with the piano, the notes in the piano. After 7 notes, we start another octave, but the octave is the same note as the beginning note from the previous octave, but just at a higher tone. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And that's still, now check this out. That still is aligning up, making sense. You know why? Because if we gonna say Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that's 7 days. We need that eighth day. When we get to Monday, we can't say Monday is the eighth day. We've already counted Monday.
Mm.
Because it's like I say, yeah, they try to do that with the piano, but that still don't make sense because once again, with money, we can't do that. If I owe you $100, if I owe you $200, I can't go 20, 40, 60, 80, 100 and flip it over and go 120,
20.
140, 160, 180, 200. You're gonna be like, where the rest of my money at?
Right, right,
All
right.
day. You're gonna be like, because we should better do that with money then. Like, okay, well, if that's the case, well, why can't we do that with money? Why
Mm.
can't we do that with no? We say if it's 365 days, okay, we know 7 days. So we need to know the rest of those days. If we ain't got the rest of the days, that means it's only 7 days in the year. So okay, if I'm 30 years old, 7 days in the year, so that means I'm 210 days old. That don't. Now I'm all fucked up. Okay, and if I don't want to use that, okay, let's use this. What calendar are we using to measure time? Right now, the calendar that we are using is called the Gregorian calendar. In the Gregorian calendar, they set time back 8 years. Now,
Mm.
who is they to set time back? Let's not
Right.
forget that these are people that, just like me and you now, and
Mm.
these motherfuckers set time back 8 years. So that means
Mm.
even right now, if you 30, you really what? 20, 22?
Mm.
If
Mm.
you 20, you really what? 12? Because based
Mm.
upon the Gregorian calendar, the time was set back 8 years. Okay, so anywhere it go, that's what I'm saying. You're like, well, what time is it? What calendar are we using? How are we? There's too many different calendars we can measure this shit in, and it's like, no, none of that makes sense. Birthdays, like birthdays, same thing with a birthday. I only came here one motherfucking time. I landed here 11/22/1986. That's when I landed. So if I landed 11/22/1986, I never landed again. So why is every year am I celebrating this day? And then I got this cake in front of me, and I got these candles. And see, if you understand the power of candles and how you can program candles and speak intended to candles and how they measure energy and you can manifest things quicker because it's a candle. It seals your intent, whatever your wishes. You will understand why they put the candles on the birthday cake. You see what I'm saying? But see, they took our magic from us. So right now, a person will think I'm crazy sitting here with these crystals and they see who is this black dude and this and that, and they you got candles and what the hell going on? And the whole time, I got a whole ritual I'm doing right now. The whole time while we've been live. So at
Mm.
the end of the day, like, and the person don't have to understand that, but thus it should be regardless. You see what I'm saying?
Mm.
Because this is what they doing. So when you talking about time, that spell does what it locks you in. and now you believe that you them ages. So now you're limiting your being just to that age because you telling yourself I'm. And if you know the power of words, anytime you say I am, that's the soul. So now you're spell casting over your soul, like I am 20. I am
Mm.
21. You're limiting your being to just these numbers when it should be I am everything and everything is me. I am the center of the universe. I am God. I am that I am. Because whenever you say I, that's the soul. Whenever you say me, that's the ego. So, you know, it like people might not look at little stuff like that, but it matters in your energy field. Just like using the word HATE. I stopped using that word and my blessings flow just because I removed the word out of my vocabulary. That's how negative the word is.
Mm.
Or you say good morning, MORNIG. Morning means it's the morning dove. Like it's only one morning. So if I come up to you and say that, then I'm wishing you bad energy. And I don't even know it. That's what makes it dangerous because I'm thinking I'm saying something great. So I'm, hey, good AM to you. And I used to do that too. But when you take that out your frequency and you stop using it, it's grand rising. And you realize these words, you'll see the power of magic and spell casting in your words and hoodoo and voodoo and why they took it from us and why they use it. They still use it though. They still using it.
Mm.
Every restaurant using orange and red to trick your solar plexus and to get you locked in your root chakra and your sacral chakra to lure you to come here and want to eat this motherfucking poison.
Right, right,
It's
indeed.
all magic going around the whole time. The number they using, the number of days in the week, the number of colors in the rainbow, the
Mm-hmm.
colors of the restaurants, the shapes of our homes and houses, squares, prism shapes, things that restrict electricity energy.
Mm.
You know, because they know pyramids and spheres pushes amplifies energy.
Mm.
Vortexes amplifies energy, right? So it's like everything around you, plastic, glass, cloth, which is cotton, has been put around you to limit you on every level. The words they taught you, they took vibration from you. This seems weird to people, but that's vibration. That's how you originally speak. They
Mm-hmm.
took that from you and gave you the words that you gave them. We taught them alphabets. We the alphas, they the betas.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
We taught them this shit and then they re-rocked it to you after they did enslave us, after they hijacked our planet from us. You know what I'm saying? So we getting our planet back now, but they have 550 of their man-made years. That's why it's over with now. You know, that's why you
Mm.
see this grand awakening. Because the
Mm.
ancestor energy is back. It's flat out war. Everything without a soul gonna be eradicated. Everything vibrating low. We ain't come to play. The ancestors ain't come to play on no level. You see what I'm saying? That's the part
Mm.
people better know. Like, this shit ain't gonna be no joke. We're gonna get real gangster around this bitch because look what they done did to us. They didn't drench the land of our blood. You think we finna play with them?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like it. Like, people gotta know that part. Like, this ain't no joke. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no joke. What we going into? So all that peaceful shit, we not being peaceful with our enemy that wasn't peaceful with us. You know what I'm saying? It's still right now kidnapping and raping our kids and our babies, poisoning the food, miseducating you on every level, manipulating your energy fields, having you sucking your chakra and your sacral chakras with pornography. You know, social engineering got you thinking you're not good enough. You know, got you walking around with insecurities, got us don't even want to communicate with each other, connect with each other, no unity. We don't even do family reunions no more. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mm.
all that comes from social engineering and us being weaponized against each other. So, like, it's in game now. Them days is over with. That's why we speak the way we speak. That's why I say the things I say, and I say it the way I say it. Like, it's fuck the FBI, fuck the CIA, fuck the whole system. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what need to be said. It's fuck the Pope, fuck out, fuck all of them. Because at the end of the day, we the last generation. We ain't come to play. We ain't come to be nice. Everybody awakening. We spread this information, but we gonna stand on the business too because we know how they get. It's over with for them. So you got to know that we are warring with people that like to be violent. These are the people that took everything from us. They violent. They rapists. They murderers and rapists. You know what I'm saying? So you can't
Mm.
come trying to be peaceful with no murderers, no rapists, and think you're gonna get some change. You
Mm.
ain't gonna never get no change. You know what I'm saying? We not marching about shit. Like, we watched our ancestors march. We ain't marching that shit over with. We on a whole different energy. We on some like straight gangster shit. Like the SAR land, we ain't honoring nothing. Niggas ain't even working for their jobs no more. Like, I walked off my job. I got my own companies. We got our own companies. Like, fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? We damn near ain't finna pay. We ain't pay no taxes. Fuck y'all on taxes, all type of shit. Like, what y'all gonna do? Lock a motherfucker up? If you try to come kidnap me, you gonna have to take my whole avatar because ain't no them days over with. We not going for that. We not going for none of them using these laws. That they wrote these laws with the deepest of hatred in their heart for our ancestors. These laws ain't never changed. These laws ain't never changed. These the same laws. You know what I'm saying? So why is we respecting the law? The law? Why is we respecting their litigation? Why is we respecting anything when it come to them? Why is we respecting liars? They done lied to us about everything. But we won't fuck with each other for less. I lied to you about one thing, you cut me off. We catch these motherfuckers, we catch these motherfucking racist oppressors lying every day of our lives, and niggas still want to believe them. Niggas still want to kumbaya and hope Jesus come out the sky and change something. You know what I'm saying? So like, nah, that ain't the energy we on. We on straight Haitian Revolution energy. We on Nat Turner Ogun energy. We on Shaka Zulu energy. About these kids, about our land, about our people. God, that's the energy I'm on. You feel me?
You on fire? You on fire, brother? Go ahead, man.
For real, God, because it's like,
Go ahead, brother.
Ain't just think about who we are. We need to know how great we are, though. So, like, that's all I do. I just remind us how great we are, like what we come from, what we did, what we invented. I ain't saying that to make a motherfucker feel good. I'm saying it because this is what we did. If we didn't do it, I can't say we ain't do it, but we did it, though. We did it. We created everything. All that you see, all that you don't see. So that's something to be, you should be empowered by that because they ain't never told us that we wasn't shit. But some Africans with some baskets of fruit on our head. So you measure that up against the shit that we know now about who we are. We remember who we is, man. You know what I'm saying? Andy, that's what our people should want to hear. You should want to hear, you should want to hear how great you is. Motherfuckers so used to being put down at the bottom part that they ain't shit that when they hear that they great, they don't even want to hear it. I didn't listen, man. I done been down here in Atlanta. I done seen goddesses in the streets be peace goddess. Don't call me no goddess. Damn, but if I'm like, hey, what's good, bad bitch? You love that. Hey, that's a bad bitch right there. Hey, Gary, call me. I know I'm a bad bitch. I just got my itches in and call me a bad bitch. Like, you know what I'm saying? See him. Peace, God, what it do? Man, I ain't no God. But I mean, what's good, Crip? What's good, Blood? What's good, G? What's good, folks? You know what I'm saying? What's good, Killer? Yeah. You know, what's good, player? What's good, nigga? You know what I'm saying? You want to be called a killer, though. You rather be a killer than be a God. You know what I'm saying? Like, I tell you a God, I ain't no God, man. Don't be calling me all that. That's what you is, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's empowering. That's what I'm saying. That's how great you is. It's just like the saying they had, and the saying was about us. This is the saying. They didn't tell us it was about us, though, God, but they was talking about us. The saying goes just like this. Our biggest fear is not that we are inadequate, but that we are powerful beyond measure.
Talk to him.
You know what I'm saying?
Talk to him.
I'll repeat it 3 times because we understand the power of the 3, the 6, and the 9. So I'm going to repeat it 2 more times. Our biggest fear is not that we are inadequate, but that we are powerful beyond measure. One more time. Because they didn't tell us that they were talking about us, but they were. Our deepest fear. So the quote should have been read like this, because they was talking about us. Our deepest fear is not that they, Aboriginal, Indigenous, Black, Latino, and Anunnaki gods and goddesses, are not inadequate, but that they are powerful beyond measure. See what I'm saying? And that's literally what we are. You can move things with your mind, that's real. You control every element, that's real. So when you're looking at the Hawk, that's gamma radiation. You got that in you. We got green veins. Look at your veins, they green. Now look at human beings' veins. They veins is blue. Because they are single cell organisms. They were created in a petri dish. I say that with respect. Because I'm not down on them. Shout out to all the high vibrational human beings. I rock with a bunch of white people that's vibrating high. But I'm talking about genetics and the science of who we are. Green veins. Because that's gamma radiation. Radiation strengthens us. That's what I'm saying. But then they'll tell you don't stand by the microwave, right? Electricity strengthens us, but they'll tell you don't stand in the window while it's lightning outside. You get it? Because they know what that do to you.
So you think 5G strengthens us? All this new technology they're coming out with?
See, 5G, that don't strengthen us. That's there to hurt the planet. That's a weapon. See, the 5G towers are used to activate the ice crystals in the clouds. Because see, they created weather. They created their own weather. Like they ushered in cold on our planet. Winter is fake. They create winter. That's why it's only lasts so long. The rest of the seasons are warm, basically, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and everything dies during winter. But that's fake. You know what I'm saying? They created the weather. They got these clouds, right? They create these clouds to block out the sun because of our connection to the sun and what the sun does to us. The sun burns toxins out of our body. You're supposed to sweat because that's the toxins being released from your body. The longer you sit in the sun, the more toxins you will release. It's literally burning the poison off you that they feed in you. You know what I'm saying? If it was no poison in you, you wouldn't sweat. But they create these clouds to stop us from powering up. Remember, we electricity. So imagine a phone, it needs a charger. That's the sun for us.
Sun, okay.
So we can't let them get too much sun. So they create the clouds to block out the sun. Then we got to make it cold because that's the opposite. That hurts us. Now,
keep talking, bro. I got to get the door upstairs. Just keep talking. Okay.
That hurts us, right? So when you see how you feel in the sun compared to how you feel in the war and the cold, there's two different elements. There's two different. You're gonna feel two different strengths. You're gonna barely feel something when you're super cold. When you warm, you just something different. You just something different. So what they did was they put ice crystals in all these clouds. And all these towers like 5G technology and 3G and all that, they've been using all those 3G towers, and now if you want to call them 5G towers, because people starting to notice them now, but they've been had them. They use that to activate the ice particles in the clouds. And when they activate them, this is where your cold weather come in. This is where your snow come from. This is where your precipitation come from. This is where your fake rain come from. Because you do get a real form of like a rain that the planet and the rams kind of do themselves, but we don't ever get to feel that rain because they spraying oxygen and they got the fake clouds and their own version of rain set up. So they controlling that. They controlling the atmosphere from every different level with the weather. So, but as we come back to our essence, if we can recognize our connection to that sun and to the planet, then we can control the weather ourselves. We can re-hijack the planet from them just by taking our power back within ourselves. So if we understand our esoteric connection to the sun, they can't use their weather to control us no more. They can't do that when we understand our connection to everything around us, that you can go in meditation and manipulate anything in this physical density just with your mind. Anything is at your command. Long as you ask first, it's gonna work with you. Any element, anything you're trying to do in this physical reality. And that's the secret they don't want us to know because we then hijack the planet back from them.
By taking control over the elements.
With our mind, with our mind. And not just elements, like things like think about the sun and what it does for us. So like when they say it's a cloudy day, if we all had our mind set on a sunny day, the sun coming out regardless. If just one of us focus and do it, a lot of us do it, yes. But that's on any intent. That's on any intent. That's the metaphysical side. That's the true power we got. We even with bullets, like bullets is kinetic energy. So we reaching a level where bullets don't even work anymore.
On some Neo shit, Matrix Neo shit. That
straight listen.
That.
A lot of people, no lie, guy. A lot of people don't know this. Bullets are kinetic energy. Bullets come from guns. Guns are made of carbon. So that's us. You can control the bullet in its trajectory and everything about the bullet strictly with your mind. But if you don't understand the science of yourself and what you are and what that bullet and what that gun is, then you can't do that. And with the planet rising at a different frequency right now, a lot of people, especially if you woke, bullet ain't even gonna hit you because the planet needs you right now. Bullet could be aimed at you. Bullet could be coming towards you. They won't even penetrate your aura field. You can literally change the listen. A bullet can't penetrate nothing without velocity. So you got to know the science. If you was to go in meditation, whatever you think about in meditation, you're going to manifest. That first off, that's the power of meditation. Second off, so that means anything. You can go into meditation and you scientifically break down that velocity. You say, you know what? I'm going to recode the velocity of this bullet to 0.00. That means that's zero velocity. That means the bullet ain't going to have no velocity. And if you program that with your mind, Somebody go to 5 bullets at you, they won't even penetrate you. That's a fact. That's the level. That's the level that the planet is rising back to, and this is the level that one must be on right now, because that's what we are. Simple things like guns and bullets have put fear into the black community and stopped them from rising to get the planet back.
Big time.
So now that's been broken down. All those weapons the armies in them have, they've been disarmed. The whole war that's going on in Russia, Ukraine, it's a hoax. That shit ain't really taking place. Distraction. It won't be no more wars on that level. They don't have that permission to even put that type of energy on the planet no more. The ancestors back, the ancient ones here, the cosmic forces here. You know, you got too many extraterrestrial races here. Like it's literally in game.
Like who? Tell me some of the extraterrestrial races that are here that are like, you can't do this no more, motherfuckers.
So you got
Draconians, you can't do this. Like who's
so
here?
you got a lot of the Nerubians are here. The Nerubians were the ones that salted the seas originally. So the Nerubians come from a planet called Nibiru. Nibiru is a planet, a spaceship, and a sun. So a lot of people don't know that anciently it was no salt in the seas. The Nerubians are the ones that salted the seas. Now, why are the Nerubians here? The Nerubians are here to clean up the atmosphere. So their job, what they do is like they'll appear in the sky as the sun some days. And if you don't have a keen eye, you won't be able to tell the difference. But some people can. They catch it. They post videos about this. Okay, so on days when they are on the planet or on this realm, right, of Atlantis, what they'll be doing is they'll be cleaning up the atmosphere. So they going into the sea, they cleaning out all the pollution out the seas. They going into all the rivers, cleaning all the river pollution out, cleaning the forests up, putting that good energy back into the forest, cleaning all the Margellas about the sky, trying to clean the oxygen out the sky, pump the hydrogen back into the planet. That's the job of the Nerubians. So that might not seem like much, but it is, because if we get the atmosphere back right, then we can unlock all of our genetics and we'll be a lot more help to them than we have been thus far. Then you got the Nagas here. The Nagas is ran by Medusa. Medusa, her story was told a little bit in Greek mythology, but it wasn't connected to the Nagas. But she's actually like one of the main goddesses, like one of the head, if you want to call her queen, of the Nagas. So the Nagas, they are gods and goddesses like us, but they have serpent bodies. So they have arm, head, torso, body of serpents. So you're thinking of like a snake, or some of them even have lizard bodies, you know what I'm saying? But majority of them have half the body of the lower half of a snake. This the Nagas. They also from the Sirius star system. You have the Lyrans here. You have the Syrians here. You have the Martians here. You have a lot of Martians here. You have a lot of the veneer. All right, so these are the beings who I spoke about. They live on this realm. They are interterrestrials, because extraterrestrial races are races that are from different planets and galaxies and star systems, if you want to call it that. And then you have interterrestrials, which are, if you want to call them alien, but they're not alien races that live within our planet. You get it? So you got them more in action. You have a lot of the Nomos reappearing. So this are a lot of your sirens and mermaids and mermen. They are all a part of the Nomos, along with dolphins and whales. So the dolphins and the whales are getting more aggressive and more active in the war as well. You also have a lot of your elemental warriors and beings that's back on the planet. You also have a lot of that ancient energy, like from the sun god Ra. His energy is on the planet. Isis and Osiris, their energy on the planet. Anubis, a lot of these Egyptian gods, these are spirits. Their energy is on the planet. You can channel all this energy too. That's the crazy thing about it. That's what I'm trying to say. People have no clue. Our people have no clue what they can do as black people, if you want to call them that, gods and goddesses, being aboriginal beings. You can channel all this different energy from these different other gods, which is your cosmic family and your physical ancestors. These are our cosmic ancestors and our physical ancestors. You get what I'm saying? But this is why these beings are work for us. And that's what they fear. They fear us going back to that state where we not just fighting them, but we because we in a physical density. So we have to call it in their help. the archangels, angels, you have to let them in. They just can't come in.
Mm.
Because all beings have free will. Sovereignty is the law of the cosmos. So you have to call these different advanced beings in.
Right. They need their invitation.
You have to call them in. Yeah, definitely. That's how it works. But that's the side of us that we got to get back to. Though.
I remember that's my son. Pardon the noise, family. That's my son upstairs.
You
I
good.
remember watching when I used to watch True Blood back in the day. The vampire used to come to the door, but they couldn't get in unless they was invited. So they would do something for you so you can invite them. Then once you invite them, then they come get you. You know what I'm saying? But it was all based on you inviting them in, but they couldn't get in your door. They would run up to the door, but they would stand right by the door. Then once you invite them, then they got you. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
like, that's powerful.
Yeah. That's real. That's how it works. Like they get the whole idea of because that's in a lot of vampire movies. Like vampires can't go into your house without your permission, right? But that idea comes from how it works in magic. Like anybody that works with spirituality will tell you that too. That's deep in the journey will tell you like when you practicing magic or you working with certain deities or certain spiritual families or certain ancestors, like they need your permission. Just like if I wanted to help heal you, if I wanted to help, say you got sick and you wanted me and I wanted to help heal you, I could do a ritual to help heal you, but I can't do it without your permission. I would have to literally talk to you. Hey, God, man, with your permission, I would like to
Right,
do a ritual for you because you
right,
are a sovereign being.
right.
So the law of the cosmos is you cannot violate nobody's free will. Thanks, man.
But
That's
but
not.
what about but what about voodoo? People feel like their free will has been violated because somebody put a curse on them. They damn sure ain't agreed to that curse being put on them. They be like, man, so and so said I was gonna get into this accident. They got into it. So how is that? Ain't that a violation of somebody's sovereignty?
Hell yeah. Like, and that's why the people that's like, okay, so this is how that works. Say somebody put a curse on somebody, right?
Mm-mm.
It would have to be like if somebody tried to come after your family, like a real practitioner of the arts, they gonna tell you that like a person can't just put no curse on you just to do it. If they do it, it's going to come back to them.
Mm-mm.
That's how that go. Like, but like, okay, say I don't do nothing to you and you want to go but just put a curse on me because you mad because you think I got more money than you or something, right? But
Mm-mm.
I think he more whatever. You go put a curse on me for nothing. I ain't did nothing to you, your family. It's gonna come back to you and hit you 3 times hard. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna come to me, but once it get to me, I haven't did nothing. And if I got any type of spiritual protection, it's definitely gonna send it back to you. So let it come back to you. But let's just say I try to rape your wife. I try to kill you, rob you, hurt you, something like that, and then you try to put a curse on me to hurt me. You got the green light because you got the right to protect yourself and your family. You see what I'm saying? That's how that works. Like so when you see people like this practicing voodoo and they go put curses on people for no reason, those are people that's they're using the energy, they're using the art for negative results. That's like with a gun. Like I could take the gun and I can go rob the liquor store. I could take the gun and only protect my household. It's the same thing with the magic. It's the same thing with the arts. That's why everybody can't know it because if they're not disciplined or at a certain level spiritually, they will do petty shit like that. They will.
Indeed.
That's why it's kind of good that all our people don't remember certain parts yet because they're not ready for it yet.
They're
They
not
still
ready
got
for
to
it.
work. Yeah, they still got to work on cleansing the chakras out and shadow work. Like, because you start getting in possession of these things that you are capable of, and you don't have yourself aligned right. You're gonna start misusing it and trying to hurt people for no reason. Like, literally, I've had people DM me and ask me, hey, God, can you teach me how to do this? Can you teach me how to do that? I'm trying to get my boyfriend back. Can you teach me? I'm like, man, hell no, I don't partake in that type of energy. You trying to come to me and have me help you concoct a love spell so you can get me back. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like that ain't how that work reflection. You feel me, God? Like, and you ain't finna get me fucked up.
Oh,
You feel me,
shit.
God? You ain't finna get me fucked up. I know how it goes. You ain't finna get my energy all fucked up because I didn't want to concoct some shit.
You know what I mean?
And now shit going wrong for me because then it came back to me because I'm the sender of the shit. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, hell no. Like, you gotta understand like what you're doing. It's serious. It's serious. It ain't no joke. Like I tell people that when they come around me, I say if they come around me, I be like, listen, man, have respect in front of my ancestors because they don't play. You know what I'm saying? You can't be looking like, oh, that's just some statue with some beads. Like, you can't move like that. You know what I'm saying? It's real spiritual work over here. It's real spiritual protection. It's my family. It's my they don't play about me. You feel me? So like I tell people that, like, you know, somebody had came and did some work on our crib, and somebody his family had died because he touched my altar. You know what I'm saying? And I told him, I'm like, you can't be touching altars and moving stuff because if your intent ain't right, they gonna know that. You know what I'm saying? So anything that's out to hurt me gonna be just like you. Like if we start going to our spiritual family and bringing them in for protection, that's a different level of protection. The spiritual law overrides the physical law. Physical
Indeed.
law, man, yeah, it's made up. So spiritual law is the essence of it before they even got here. You know what I'm saying? So when you go into the spiritual side of things, that's what they fear. They don't want us doing that. They fear that because they remember how it was when we was. That's like Lot. They don't want you in your nature because they know copper and crystals. They know like, oh, anything I say gonna be amplified. All my intent gonna be increased just off me wearing this and having this on. And yeah, that's protection. It's real like that. Energetic protection for your aura and all that's real. Even this sitting right here. Can't nobody spell work against me when I got this crystal sit right here. That's why I sit it right there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's defense magic at the same time. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because people think it's not real, but it's people that's practicing this. You know, it's people that's practicing sorcery. They practicing witchcraft. They know it's real, and they'll watch this type of stuff and be mad that we even talking about it because they want it to be.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You're right. You're right.
They'll be like, and then they'll try to work some shit toward me just because I'm talking about it. Like, so it's happened before. It happened last summer. So you know, I've learned even being public. Got to move with certain protections, say certain things, have certain things set up when I'm talking live. Certain crystals, certain, you know, just the. You know what I'm saying? Because what we talking about, that's the scary thing. You got the people that know it's real, then you got the people that's listening and they don't know if it's real, and then you got the government, they watching and they the main motherfuckers get mad and they know it's real, and they like, oh okay, he trying to wake the people all the way up. You know what I'm saying? Like so, yeah, we got to get back to who we are. Really, this is our true protection. This is our true. We can't. You know, we not winning a war with no guns and bullets. That's kinetic energy. That's low. That's kinetic energy. We can stop that with our mind. We can, especially right now. The Kundalini energy has risen so high. It's risen so high. And it's gonna keep rising. The frequency so high right now. We waking up like on that level. Like they can't fuck with us, God. We can't. The only people they can fuck with is if you not woke right now. Like if you ain't woke and you not on your journey, then they can fuck with you because you trapped in that 3D. But for us who we ascended. We not on 3D. We know about vibration. We understand. We understand reflection, so you can't fuck with us. You know, we back the source. Like we back to understanding. Hold on, we created y'all. We reverse engineered y'all. So the little light magic y'all been doing ain't nothing. We finna counteract that with this, with the real essence. We the true descendants. We the true heir to the heir to this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like so. That's what it is, God. You know, that's where we at with it right now as a whole. You feel me?
I wanna take a few questions. Do you mind taking a few questions, my brother?
Let's do three because we understand the power of the 3, the 6, and the 9.
Indeed. Before we do that, I want to give a shout out to your website once again. Let me put it on the screen. Let me put it on the screen. Shout out to this brother. We got 2,800 people in the building. If we got 2,800 people in the building, a lot of y'all have not heard of this brother. Some of y'all have. This brother has a magnificent website where he gives lectures that cannot be seen on YouTube. I want everybody to go to www.theuci.online. All right, family, you go there and you get some exclusive information from the brother. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm thankful for this cosmic information, this download, especially after the eclipse that just happened yesterday. This is definitely well needed for our community at this time, family. So I want y'all to give me some questions in the chat. For the brother, the brother say he's gonna take 3 questions. Give me some questions in the chat. We've been on for about 2 hours and 30 minutes. So we've been on here a while, y'all. We've been on here a while. We've been building. And yeah.
Though, you see the numbers 3 times 2 is 6.
Indeed.
And we headed to 3 hours. You see what I'm saying? 3 hours, yeah.
Okay. Let's get to this question. I think this is not that one. This is like shit. Where did it go? Chat moving so fast. This might be pertaining to Dr. York. It says, "Are there galactic beings from the planet Risk?" The reason why I said Dr. York, I remember when I'm like 20 years old, them handed me pamphlets about the planet Ritz. So I think they're referring to that right there. But go ahead, brother.
Um. Also, they want to know: are there galactic beings from that planet in general?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's an actual planet that's in the multiverse. We have see the thing about the planets is you got to think it's 999 planets in every galaxy. And you got to think how many galaxies is makes up a universe. So that's why I'm coming out with a book at the top of January where I'm going to go more in depth about the different extraterrestrial races and the different planets.
What, next January?
Yeah, this January coming up.
Oh, I gotta get that.
The reason I'm gonna come out with that book because we need like an index for this type of thing.
Yeah.
You feel me, though, guy? Like I
Yeah.
need like an index with all the planets, the beings on the planet.
Oh man.
Like so, if I gotta make a series of books, I will. But I'm definitely gonna hit as many as I can in that first book for sure. Cause like, it's over. Like I say, just in this war alone, you have over 200 galaxies involved in this war. Cause like, see, we in the cosmic war right now, where it's like us versus the Pleiadians and the reptilians. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the war. That's been the war. And when you get all these different galaxies involved in that war, even the Saiyans, like how you heard about the Saiyans from like you think of Dragon Ball Z, that's based on the real race. Like Dragon Ball Z has so many races that's actual extraterrestrial races. That's in that cartoon is crazy. A lot of your anime is based on have races. When you go look at Avengers and X-Men, they mention races, and all of these races are different variants of ourselves. The way we designed them, you know, like I say, the Arcturians. The Arcturians are the ones that's responsible for teaching the reptilians and the human beings the time spent, which they have used to keep us running in like a loophole in a maze. So uh, it's imperative that we understand when we talking about extraterrestrial races, you have to have your third eye completely open because these things will sound so bizarre and so like unreal. Sometimes it's so intense that it's not even words to describe certain races or certain activities or certain things or attributes that they have um, without sounding crazy. Some things you just have to experience and see. But it's many different extraterrestrial races. So yeah, that's definitely a planet. That's an actual planet that Doctor. Well, I don't know if you heard that from Doctor York or not. Um, I haven't heard it from Doctor York. Not saying that he haven't said it, but I do know that that's an actual planet though, for sure.
Okay, next question is how to communicate with these extraterrestrial families, my brother.
Through meditation. Through meditation, and I would say using an amethyst crystal.
Amethyst?
Yeah, meditate with an amethyst crystal because amethyst connects you through to the crown chakra, and the crown chakra deals with breaking from this physical realm. Once you break past this physical realm, then you can connect with all the spiritual families that's around you. You can connect with them, but you have to break past the physical realm. You have to detach from everything. You have to recognize that you are everything and everything is you. It can't just be a saying. That's why I always say it. I am everything and everything is me. You have to come to that self-realization that you are one with everything around you. And once you reach that point, which is best to do through meditating with an amethyst crystal, maybe start with 3 times a day, definitely, but let it be like maybe 3 minute sessions, and then work your way up to 6 minute sessions, 9 minute sessions, and on and on. But meditate with an amethyst crystal, and then set your intent. Ask to connect with the spiritual forces. Ask to let them into your vessel to work through you. And once you start meditating and doing that in the sun, what happens is they start opening up to you, and you'll start to hear them talking to you. You'll start to notice you're being led to certain movies or books, or you'll meet a certain person that connects you to a deeper level, and then you'll start to realize when they talking to you and when they working through other people around you in the whole nine. And then you can start making your altars, and you start getting to that level of it, you know, because you're gaining that connection with them. So that's how you connect with them, though. Ashe.
Indeed. My personal question. Indeed, go ahead, my brother.
Yeah, you good guy. You can talk over it. You can talk over it.
Indeed. My personal question before we get to the next question from the people. In terms of sun gazing, obviously I've interviewed so many people. I've heard their take on sun gazing during sunrise or sunset, but I got to get your take on that, God, and your perspective on that. How important is it to observe the sun during the sunrise or the sunset versus just getting its sunlight throughout the daytime?
Um, we supposed to actually be looking directly into the sun. However, because we had our have been broken from our nature,
Mm-hmm.
um, it's best to look at the sun. Definitely when you're starting off with sun gazing,
Mm-hmm.
and the sun's right before sunset and right before sunrise when the sun is not like at its peak point, so that it doesn't hurt your eyes too bad.
Mm-hmm.
But after, as you work your way up from that point, you'll reach a point where you can start looking into the sun more on your own. Sun gazing is very powerful because when you looking into the sun, you're looking into the chromosome. So you looking into your soul. All right, because the sun is not just a chromosome that's a part of you, but it also contains a piece of every single soul ever created.
Mm,
So
mm,
when you looking at the sun, you're looking into everybody's soul. You looking into the source. You looking into the essence. You looking into the truth of yourself because you burn brighter than the sun.
mm,
The sun is able to burn bright like it does. It gets that energy from us. Remember,
mm,
we give life to the sun. So how bright you think we burn? We're more luminous than the sun. So when we are without a body, we're at our highest, with our highest vibration. So sun gazing allows you to connect back with that part of yourself, which is cosmic, it's galactic, and
mm,
it strengthens and burns off the toxins that's been placed over your eyes from the food you eat. Because
mm,
those toxins cloud over your pupils and all that. That's why you have to open your third eye, and that also comes through meditation, which is your spiritual eye, your ability to see things clearly for what they truly are. You have to be able to see past the veil. So when you looking into the sun and you gazing into this, it's cleaning out your soul. It's cleaning out your aura field
mm,
because you are electricity and magnetism.
mm,
And when we can realize that, that's what Dr. Sebi was saying. Electrical beings, same thing. We
mm,
are electricity and magnetism. So you require energy. You need that sun. That's why you created it,
mm,
right? You need it. You feed off of. You're a plant. You're plant based. That's why it's
mm,
called a planet.
mm,
My locks sprout because I go in the sun and let them soak in the sun.
mm,
You know, the plants have chloroplasts. We have chloroplasts.
mm,
You know, we you got to understand that divine cosmic connection, and you're looking at a piece of not just everyone else's soul, but yourself. That's the chromosome. The chromosome, and to be exact, we share that same chromosome in us because I am you and you are me. It's
mm,
no separate. It's no difference between me and you. You are me in manifestation, and I am you in manifestation. We are. This is an example of a parallel universe right now because you're looking at me thinking you're looking at Rashad Jamal, but you're looking at yourself, and I'm
mm,
looking at you thinking I'm looking at Black Magic, but I'm looking at myself.
mm.
And that's why karma is real. That's why if I go behind your back and bad mouth you, somebody do it to me, not because I had it coming, but because I already did it to me.
Right, 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 right.
I did it to me. And see, that's the metaphysical breakdown of karma. They don't tell us that, they just say karma. But that's
Mm,
because they don't want you to know that you are everything and everything is you, because that's where the power is at. That's when the connection comes back, because it's not just with you and your people, other gods and goddesses, but with nature. So then you start to treat everything the way you want to be treated. You
mm,
don't send out a frequency that you don't send back to you when you recognize that you're one with everything. You don't do that. It's different now.
mm,
And now
mm,
you have more help too. You have more help. You understand that no, you're not alone at all.
mm, mm,
You know, you are literally everything around you, down to the microcosms and the macrocosm.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
mm,
so that's why when you sun gazing, it helps to clear that out. It helps to connect you back to that part of yourself. And that's the part, once again, that they fear. Because now elemental beings can communicate with you more.
mm,
You on a higher frequency. You can see them now.
Mm-hmm.
They there the whole time, but you can't see them because you're not on that frequency.
Mm-hmm.
But it was a time when you was on the free. You created the elemental being. You created everything. So every being, everything around you remembers you, but you don't remember it. You know, the rocks remember you. The remember
Woo.
you. The birds remember you.
The
The
grass.
grass remembers you. The elements remember you. Everything know you. You the only one walking around in your own house with amnesia,
Damn.
spiritual
The
amnesia.
only one. The only
The
one.
only one with spiritual
That's
amnesia.
crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, we the only one. So that's why we gotta connect back like that. And sun gazing is it aligns you with that. Just like crystals, they don't want you doing none of it. Listen, do you know I was trying to just get some obsidian, and the person I normally get crystals from, because I sell real crystals on my website, and they sell out so quick, and I'm like, man, I need some more obsidian. So I was trying to get some obsidian, and I couldn't even get it. He like, man, they not restocking obsidian no more. And me understanding the power of obsidian is one of the most powerful protection crystals, right? And I told my wife, I said, babe, when they realize, because it's this mass awakening going on, and more people starting to get into crystal and crystal healing. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, when they see that all these black people and these guys and goddesses are starting to get back into these crystals the way I'm like, they gonna start trying to snatch them crystals off the shelf because the crystals
Mm.
these are weapons, man. These weapons, man.
Mm.
Listen, the highest form of attraction is copper. Copper is more stronger than gold, but they got
Mm.
to thinking gold is stronger than copper. The diamond The diamond is a beautiful crystal, but it's not more stronger than the clear quartz.
Mm.
See what I'm saying? So it's
Mm.
like as people realize that, they gonna start moving crystals off the shelf. I told her that, and now I just they like, oh, it's hard to get obsidian. I'm like, and it's from a big, like this a big, like I be going like Arizona, like where they do the big mining at. Like,
Mm.
so that let me know they finna maybe in the next year we're gonna look up. They ain't gonna be selling crystals no more because they don't want us with crystals.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? We don't. That's like us having locks. Like they don't want that. They don't want that because it's one
They
thing.
act like locks is a weapon. They act like locks is a weapon,
They
bro.
are, but they are though.
They act like I hear is a weapon, bro.
It's,
Forever, yo.
it's a weapon because our ether grows up to the cosmos and it connects us to everything around us. It's electricity and it hold energy. You can release it too
Mm.
because you are a crystal. So like crystals pull in energy, then they release it. We pull in energy, then we release it. So our ether do the same thing. And then if you have your intent set, you can go out there in that sun and channel the energy from the sun with your intent and use your ether to power that electricity through it and do more than you could ever imagine. So it really is a weapon. Our ancestors fought using their locks. These are antennas. The
Mm.
grass is antenna. If
Mm.
you observe the grass, I don't think people look at what grass really is. Grass isn't like just some green stuff on the grass. That's antenna.
Mm.
It's
Oh.
antenna. Step on the
Oh.
grass and just watch how it just bounces back.
Mm.
It's gonna pop back. You gonna see the life in it when you watch it. Step on it and just sit there and just watch it. Move the shoe. The grass gonna pop back like just like a person would get knocked down. You know, it's
Mm.
gonna pop back up. It's gonna start straightening itself back out. You gotta realize like everything around you is antenna. So it's you connected to your environment. You know, your listen. Your aura is 1,000 times more stronger with locks in your hair than when you ain't got your hair locked.
Yeah. A
Listen,
thousand times? Oh, yeah.
listen,
Wow.
if a person does something bad while they have locks in their ether, it's gonna come back and hit them faster because they got locks in it.
Ooh,
So
shit.
it's a magnet. It's going. That's why you got to keep your soul clean and your locks clean, and you should be growing with your locks. It's a journey. It's a spiritual journey. So
Mm.
like for the longer my locks get, the more deeper I go within myself. You know, it's like that's how your journey should be, and it works on both ways. If you on a positive intent, it's gonna manifest even quicker because you have locks. Because this is antenna, and your thoughts is electricity, and this is like antenna for that electricity
Mm.
that you're thinking through your thought receptors, through your thalamus gland and your neocortex and your pineal gland. These are your centers of creativity within you,
Mm.
right? And this is a cosmic thing because all of that you receive downloads from the sun every 8 minutes. And it's those downloads are placed into the sun from your ancestors back home on Sirius X. So they send these messages through the sun. That's why sun gazing so powerful. That's why sun soaking so powerful. And that's why they don't want us in the motherfucking sun. That's why they
Mm.
created clouds.
Last question, my brother. Do you have a catalog of books you recommend? The people are thoroughly impressed. They want to know any books you recommend, my brother.
Um, I would say I would say it's good to read Huey P. Newton, Revolutionary Suicide. I would say um Rich Dad Poor Dad if you ain't already read it. And if you have read it, read it again. So you can understand how they use the monetary system against you.
Indeed, indeed.
Um,
That woke me up. That woke me up years ago. Indeed.
yeah, definitely, definitely
Definitely.
a deep read. Yeah, about the rat race. And,
Mm-hmm.
to be honest, I think the 48 Laws of Power is a good one to read because it allows you to see how the oppressors think. Because it's nothing but it teaches all about psychology, reverse psychology, which is what they use it against your black ass every day. So
Mm.
if you really study the 48 Laws of Power, you can see, and the Art of Seduction, were both written by the same author, Robert Greene. It's nothing more but than them using. Literally, that book shows you what they do to you every day. You know, how marketing is used to control your soul, to lure you into believing false narratives about yourself and accepting them as reality. Like that's all in the 48 Laws of Power. You know, the way they kill us off when we do have leaders, how they kill the leader and hide their hand. I mean, the whole nine. You know, man, it's all in there, all the way down to why they get upset when we challenge them. Like that's rule number one: never outshine the master. Right? That's in the 48 Laws of Power. So,
Mm.
um, yeah, I mean, it breaks it down. That's why they did Cosby like that. You know, he tried to outshine the master. See what I'm saying? He wanted to buy the network. Oh, okay, you trying to outshine the master? Okay, well here go this case. You know what I'm saying? Nipsey Hussle, you want to outshine the master? You wanna come to the Grammys and make your own millions without us? Okay, we ain't with you. So like, you know, you can literally look at that book. I'm gonna tell you to go within yourself. But if you want some books that those books I'm recommending strictly because you must know the enemy and how he thinks. That's why the 40 Laws of Power.
Mm-hmm.
Um, in the Art of Seduction, and let's add the Art of War on there. Just three in a row. All three of them
Mm.
be the third one. Huey P. Newton, Revolutionary Suicide, because you must understand the power of revolution and what comes with it when you try to revolt and organize in any form, way, shape, or manner. And finance and Rich Dad Poor Dad, so that you can understand the monetary system and how it works and the goal, so that you can come off these jobs and stop relying on 401ks and talking about CDs and stocks and bonds and all of that. You know, that's all a waste of energy. The main thing is ownership. We need to get back to owning the land and owning everything. Period. And we got to know that when we go to owning shit, they get to stealing shit. So then we got to be ready to defend everything that we own with an iron fist, and that's what history is for. History is there to remind us of how violent they will get once they see us standing independently. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So we got to be ready for that. And I feel like this generation we is, and they know it. So they know what time it is. They know it's war with us. And if anything ever happened to me, they not saying that I always let people know it was the CIA, it was the FBI, it was the government. Don't believe nothing else. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I'm always challenging them. And I know they like to do that. Like they like to try to do shit to us, lock us up for false shit we ain't do, or kill us and then blame a gang member or blame us, you know. Like Malcolm said, they'll pay one of us to kill us to make us look like think it was us. Like that's what they still do to this day. So it's fuck the government, fuck the system. You know, we gonna keep rising, planet coming back to us. We on straight Haitian revolutionary energy. That's how we come. You know, as long as the oppressors know that, as long as they know that we ain't scared of shit, we don't death ain't real, so we ain't worried about it. You know what I'm saying? We that generation that's gonna make them feel everything they made our ancestors feel. We back for straight vengeance, nothing else. You know, we not worried about y'all sending no COINTEL Pro shit they be doing on the internet. They do that already. But we not worried about no infiltration and none of that. It's a different type of spiritual energy, like the planet coming back to us. Everything vibrating low will be eradicated. Everything about our soul will be eradicated. The frequency we own in this new energy is pure peace. And if it ain't about peace, positive energy, always creating elevation, it ain't gonna make it through. It's gonna self combust, you know. So that's all we hear to let it be known. Like all that killing each other, that's dead. All that selling drugs in our community, that's dead. All that shit dying. You know what I'm saying? And we
Mm.
here to make sure it die completely out. Okay, none of that energy come along. You know what I'm saying? The gangs, them the real army anyway. So ain't no more gang banging. Ain't no more shooting guns at each other. That's the army. Y'all want to shoot some guns? It's a whole bunch of
Mm.
motherfuckers wearing slave patrol badges disguised as cops, government officials. You feel me? Like, you gotta make it be about something. You can't be scared to transcend because death ain't real. and you already enslaved in this motherfucker. So if anything, make a change for the next generation, and that's what we here to do. I'm thinking about my great grandkids. I want them to look back and be like, oh yeah, that generation, they made a change. They wasn't going for that shit no more. You feel me? We didn't already live, so this ain't about, oh, I'm scared to leave here. I don't want to lose my life. You gonna leave here anyway. So if you gonna leave here anyway, make a motherfucking difference while you here. You know what I'm saying? Let it be for a cause. That's all we on. You know what I'm saying, God? All I gotta say.
Man, such a pleasure having you on here, my brother. Such a pleasure. Um, Tell the people your contact information one more time, your website, everything. They could get in contact with you and get more information.
Y'all can visit the website www.theuci.online. Also follow me on Instagram. IAM_Rashad Jamal. That's IAM_Rashad Jamal. _RASHADJAMAL. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. And be careful on Instagram because it's some fake pages, but you gonna know my page. It got like almost like 40, you got 45K, 45,000 followers. So you'll know my page. But also subscribe to the University channel on YouTube. We on here normally every Sunday, but I came on here with my brother today, and I appreciate God for bringing me on his platform. Make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel every Sunday. I go on my platform and get these.
What's your YouTube? What's your YouTube again?
It's the University of Cosmic Intelligence. The University of Cosmic Intelligence. That's all you got to do. Or you can put in Rashad Jamal. You're going to see my music channel pop up, but you're going to know my university channel because it got like 105K subscribers. My music channel got like 17K, so you'll know the difference. And they got my logo on my university channel. So, but definitely I appreciate you for bringing me on, God. I appreciate all the guys and goddesses who tuned in. I can't see the comments, none of that. I just see you. But I appreciate y'all for listening and remembering who y'all are. And I definitely appreciate the ancestors for, working through us to get these downloads this evening because, I just allowed them to speak through my vessel. So I always attribute everything back to them.
Indeed, indeed. Family, thanks for tuning in, family. Make sure you hit up the brother's website. Make sure you hit the like button. And I want to thank y'all all for just tuning in tonight. It's been a magnificent show with the brother. I look forward to having the brother on again. It's rare that we have somebody with a Malcolm X energy mixed with a Bobby Hemmett energy, and that's it. That's the concoction we have with this brother. It's rare, it's scary, and it's unseen, and it's confusing to have that concoction. So to have that Malcolm and that Bobby energy combined in one vessel, man, that's wow, that's a dangerous thing. So, Rashad, keep doing your thing, my brother. Family, thanks for tuning in. This is Brother Rich with Rashad Jamal. We getting out of here, family, and I see you next time. Peace to everybody. Love and light.
Peace to the gods and goddesses, planet Kai.
Indeed. Peace, y'all.